Breaking news, Bitcoin just dumped $700 in a matter of seconds. Just like that, as we talked about in yesterday's video, we had a horizontal triangle forming, which you can see right here on the screen. And as it was contracting, as we mentioned, a breakout was imminent, and we just got that breakout going from 11,900 in BTC price to 11.2, and it has bounced back currently to about 11.4. And in today's video, we'll be talking about the new ranges, the resistance and support levels of where Bitcoin is currently at, and we'll also discuss the next big move for Bitcoin. In this video, we'll also be discussing the current crypto market, which, as you can see from the look of things, is a sea of red. What happens from here? What's going to happen to altcoins? Are we going to see a double bottom? We're also going to be talking about this exclusive leaked video footage of Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank, being bullish on Bitcoin back in 2013. Yeah, I said it. They are lying to you. The media is lying to you, and I'm going to prove it. I'm also going to share with you a real-time case study put out by Grayscale Insights on hedging US-China trade risks with Bitcoin. And in the description, there'll be a link for you to download this report and check it out for yourself. It is very interesting and very important data. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I release a new episode every day. To get notified of the latest crypto news, be sure to click the subscribe button and then click on the bell to get notifications so you never miss out. And as always, I appreciate the comment love. With that being said, let's get into some Bitcoin price actions. And as we can see, over the past few days, Bitcoin has been struggling to stay above the $12,000 resistance level. It has hit $12,000 a few times, and then every time it's followed by a dump. This time followed by a $700 dump. So now that the $11,500 support has been broken, the next major support level is $11,200. It's important for Bitcoin to close above $11,500 today. If it don't, we may see a sharp slide down to the $10,700 mark. As you can see here in the triangle, as it was bouncing back and forth from high to low, a breakout was inevitable, which we talked about on yesterday's show. And here you have it, broke out to the downside. And from here, we're going to pay very close attention to what's happening in the market and which way it decides to go. You also notice the RSI volume is way down right now. You see when the Bitcoin price dumped. So let's see what happens. What do you think? Do you think Bitcoin is going to climb back past the 12K resistance? Or do you see Bitcoin reaching the lower support levels of maybe 11.2, 10.7? Let me know in the comments. Now let's talk about this leaked video footage of Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, back in 2013, bullish on Bitcoin, because the media is lying to us on purpose. You have moguls getting all this publicity like Jamie Dimon, aka Jamie Dimon, CEO of Chase Bank, bashing Bitcoin every moment he could, right? To bring down the price of Bitcoin. Then behind closed doors, they're buying it up and releasing their own cryptocurrency. You can't make this up. You have Facebook back in 2017, they banned Bitcoin and cryptocurrency related ads. And then behind closed doors, they're working on Libra, releasing their own stablecoin. Let's just get right into this leaked video. Check it out.
Roller coaster ride for Bitcoin, the internet currency we've talked about on this program. If you follow it yesterday, you'll know it lost 60% of its value. This was just after it hit a record high of $266. Now, though, it's already starting to come back up again. Just 2 months ago, each Bitcoin was worth only $20. And now, as you heard, it's huge. All of that volatility in the value of Bitcoins has some economists wondering if there is a Bitcoin bubble and if Bitcoins really have a future as a currency. Kevin O'Leary is our business commentator and the chair of O'Leary Funds. We know he has a thought or two on that. Nice to see you in studio again this morning. What's going on with this huge rise from $20 way up into the hundreds and then a precipitous fall yesterday.
Well, let's remember that until yesterday, most people around the world never heard of Bitcoin. Bitcoin, for those who don't know it, is basically virtual currency, the same that you get for blasting aliens in a video game, except now traded globally. You can buy Bitcoins with virtually any currency on Earth and convert back into any currency or buy goods and services with it.
Well, we talked about the story. What really got us talking about Bitcoin was the guy in Edmonton who was selling his house for the first time, wanted 400,000 in Bitcoins.
So I think the best way to look at this is a proxy for the mistrust individuals have of central bankers. If you're willing to take Bitcoin as a currency, a virtual Barbie currency to me, it has no basis, no central banker, no hard asset behind it. But if you don't trust any other currency, this is where you go. So it's essentially what's happening here, Heather. People all around the world are saying, I've had it with my central banker. I don't trust politicians anymore. I'm going to trade with this currency with my computer and my cell phone.
Well, they did that. The reason the Bitcoin shot up was after Cyprus, when they thought the government was going to get their hands on the money in the banks. So people turned to Bitcoins to keep them protected.
So I ignore everything till it gets to $1 billion of market cap.
Okay.
That happened recently with Bitcoin, well over $1 billion in value. So it's here to stay. When you've accumulated a virtual worth of $1 billion and people are willing to trade it and actually buy things with it, turn it back into hard assets, and here's the key, Heather, owners of hard assets are willing to take Bitcoin. This is here to stay. That's what's going to happen, and no central banker can control it.
But you just called it a Barbie currency. I was going to say, is it all hocus pocus? I mean, is it a legitimate form of currency to trade?
It is, and as soon as it passed $1 billion and someone bought a hard asset with it, in my books, as an investor, it became real. Now, at the same time, because relative to all other currencies, it's tiny. $1 billion is irrelevant in the currency market. Remember, the currency markets are the largest markets on Earth, bigger than commodities, bigger than stocks, bigger than bonds. It's going to grow, but it's going to take a long time. But the key is volatility. Nobody's going to put a large part of their net worth into this thing because it can go up and down 60% in a day, as we saw yesterday. But is it here to stay? Oh, yeah. So will I take 2 or 3% in Bitcoins? I think I might. I'm going to start looking at it.
Are you really? I was going to say, are you into this at all?
I have a basket of currencies, Heather. The way you diversify your risk in currencies is to own many of them. I own euros, I own Swiss francs, I own Canadian dollars, American dollars. And I might start to dabble, a little dabble-do-ya of Bitcoin.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Interesting, isn't it? Now, that was back in 2013. Now let's fast forward to today, the present, 2019. Here's a video of Kevin O'Leary on CNBC with Anthony Pompliano bashing Bitcoin and blatantly lying to us.
He says, Mr. Wonderful thinks it's worthless.
Well, I
called it garbage this morning.
I want to explore the idea. Yeah, I did say that. I want to explore the idea that there's nothing here except raw speculation. No different than when I go to Las Vegas and put my money on black or red on a roulette wheel, because where is the intrinsic value inherent in deploying real capital? Let's talk real money here, and putting it into Bitcoin as a storage of value. I get gold. For 2,000 years, including the Romans, they saw value in owning that as an asset class. Tell me why this, which is basically a digital game, that's the way I look at it, has any intrinsic value. When people actually put real money into this, they make no interest, they can't pay their taxes with it, the regulators don't like it, which is always a problem for compliance. And where's the long-term value? Just this idea that they're going to cut the number of units in half, such a scam. Like, that's just totally BS. I taught a class at Harvard 18 months ago that young people in that class challenged me. I put $100 into something called Coinbase, which is a wallet thing. And
you buy Bitcoin?
I bought them all. I bought all the crypto crap. I put $100 in. It's now worth 30.
30.
That's a 70% loss on my crypto crap. Now, I bought them all. I think that really sucks. And I think people should understand today that the hot digital is Bitcoin. Tomorrow it could be whatever, right? It seems, you would think that if it's all boats would rise in this tide of crypto.
So for your portfolio, here's the number one thing I can tell you as to why you should own Bitcoin. It's a non-correlated asymmetric return asset that the value drivers of all of your equities, everything else is tied to earnings, GDP, interest rates, et cetera.
The problem is that Bitcoin's not tied to anything.
Well, neither is U.S. dollars, and how big is your cash position?
You know, I look, I love your optimistic view of it. You haven't changed my mind at all. It's still garbage, and I'm not going to take real money and put it into this thing. It's never going to happen. I mean, imagine real money, taking real dollars that I'm making in cash 2.1% on and putting it into crypto crap.
Agree to disagree.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're crypto crap garbage.
Garbage is better than garbage.
Right.
Crazy, right? But it is the truth. They're all in cahoots with each other. A lot of these influencers we see getting all of this free publicity, it's in their best interest to bash Bitcoin because they're in cahoots with all of these other organizations and corporations who are working together towards the same common agenda and whatever that may be. So I look at people like Kevin O'Leary as a shill, right? Someone purposely there bashing Bitcoin when he's investing into it behind the scenes, and you just seen the video proof. And there's many more out there. Also, people like Mark Cuban. Let's talk about this. Mark Cuban, billionaire Mark Cuban says, I see gold and Bitcoin as being the same thing. Mark Cuban, owner of the Dallas Mavericks professional basketball team, has said he hates gold as an investment and views Bitcoin as fundamentally similar to gold. Regarding the precious metals, he said, hate with extreme prejudice is not enough. Hate with double extreme prejudice with an ounce of hot sauce. So why are they so hateful towards Bitcoin? Well, maybe they're all shills. What do you think? Now, this latest real-time case study from Grayscale Insights, hedging U.S.-China trade risk with Bitcoin, I included a link for you to download the report in the description, so make sure you go do that. This is really good data, definitely worth the read, and overall, very, very bullish for Bitcoin. All right, now let's take a quick look at the cryptocurrency market. You can see Bitcoin currently down 3%, trading at $11,400. Ethereum down 3.44%, trading at $204. XRP down 2.3%, trading at 29 cents. Litecoin down 2.9%, trading at $82. As you can see, most of the market is bleeding right now as we approach 70% Bitcoin dominance. Yesterday, I saw it go up to 69.8%, and at the time of shooting this video, it's at 69.6%. So it wouldn't surprise me if we hit 70% within the next 24 to 48 hours. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the show. As always, I appreciate you subscribing to the channel and clicking on that bell so you receive notifications of the latest and best crypto news in the industry. And don't forget to share this video so we can expose the mainstream media lying to us. You have all these bankers, you have all of these moguls and all these celebrities bashing Bitcoin. Well, now you know why. Hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.